Good morning, everybody. My name is Jason Maldonado. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm the CEO and owner of a company called The Standard Health and Safety Training. All right, we also have some focus in pool maintenance as well. All right, and pool repairs and that kind of stuff. But the reason why we were created is for this exactly: how to properly use an AED, how to conduct CPR training, first aid, and how to certify people, as well as lifeguard training and helping people save lives in and out of the water. Okay? So with that being said, we're gonna go over how to cover the AED, right? How do you guys use your AED at your facility? Right, this is it right here. Right, in the back it says call 911. Obviously 911 should have been called by now, but if not, it has a poster right in the back, right? Now I'm gonna open it, okay? Very simple, right? So you open the AED, as you see it says pull here. So the AED is gonna turn on once you pull this, right? So if I'm facing it, let's see, I pulled it.
Begin by removing all clothing from the patient's chest. Cut clothing if needed.
You got your shears right here. Cut the shirt, right? It's going on skin.
When patient's chest is bare,
Chest is
remove
bare.
protective cover and take out white adhesive pads.
Remove protective cover right here. Remove white adhesive pads. You guys see them?
Yep.
Also, they have pictures.
When patient is
shown.
checked, press firmly to patient's bare skin.
If you're looking at it, it's going to be on your right rib
When the
cage.
first pad is in place,
The second
look
pad,
carefully at the picture on the second pad.
right here.
Peel the second
Okay.
pad from the yellow plastic liner. Place pad exactly as shown
as you
in
can
the
see,
picture. Press
from your
firmly
point of
to
view,
patient's
top
bare
left
skin.
chest, bottom right chest. Okay, very easy. It talks you through the whole thing. Once the pads are in, it's going to prompt you to the next phase of what to do.
When the first pad is in place, look carefully at the picture on the second pad. Peel the second pad from
During
the
this
yellow
time,
plastic liner.
raise your
Place
hand if you're
pad
CPR
exactly
certified.
as shown in the picture.
Excellent.
Press firmly to
During this
patient's
time,
bare skin.
you guys should
Press
be
pad
conducting
firmly
CPR,
to patient's
right?
bare skin.
So gloves on. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Make
7,
sure that
8,
the yellow
9, 10,
plastic liner
11,
is
12,
completely
13,
removed
14,
from the
15.
picture. Pads must not.
So it'll keep going, right? Once the pads are on, it'll note that. And then it'll go beep, analyzing heart rhythm. Stand clear of the patient. Once these are on, it'll tell you to stand clear. At that point, everybody stand clear. Do not touch the patient, okay? It is reading the heart rhythm. So we want to make sure that it doesn't feel ours by mistake. Then it's going to advise whether or not to shock. If it advises to shock, it'll say shock advised. To deliver shock, press red flashing button now, which is down here. There are only 2 buttons. This button on the top, which is the power button, and the bottom button, which is red, which is the shock button. You guys would hit that button. Remember, nobody's touching the patient. Shock delivered. It is now safe to touch the patient. Begin CPR. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up until 30. All right, if you're CPR certified, followed by 2 ventilations. Breath, breath, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Okay.
Breath, breath, right? And we're going to do that until the AED analyzes again. It does it every 2 minutes. So it does it in aligned with the proper cycles of CPR. So at the 2 minutes, it'll go beep, analyzing heart rhythm. Stand clear of the patient, right? What do we do at that point? Everyone stand clear. It might say shock advised, shock not advised. If it says shock is not advised, it will say continue cycles of CPR. You're right back here, right? So that is how to use this AED. Again, these are the shears that it comes with. It's right in here. If someone has a shirt, most people are going to have shirts. Also be aware, it doesn't matter if they're male or female. Shirts need to come off. You do need to dry the skin off.
Okay.
So that is very important, right? We're not going to place pads on wet skin. The objective is to dry it with a towel and place the pads on dry. Now, does that mean we can't operate in the rain? Do you think we can operate this in the rain?
I think for sure.
We actually can, all right? As long as we dry that area and we place the pads on dry skin at the time, it doesn't matter if it rains a little on top. All right, as long as they're not in a body of water, meaning don't shock them while they're in the pool.
Woo! Yeah, everybody's gonna get a shock there.
And there's a puddle, you may want to remove them from that puddle. But just know that the contact area needs to be dry. Other facts and myths, right? What if somebody has a piercing? Can we place it directly on the piercing? What if someone has, you know, especially some of the younger kids, they have piercings all over the place. What if they have like a bar here in the center of their chest? Can we place the pads exactly as shown, as long as you're not placing the pads directly on top of a piercing. So meaning you're not placing it directly on something that's metal. If it's a piercing that's maybe right where the spot is, you may need to adjust the pad so that it's not touching the piercing. All right? What about pregnancy? Can we use an AED on someone who's pregnant? Yes, we can. Why? Because over science and over time, it's been proven that it has no impact on the fetus whatsoever, which is a great thing. So yes. So that's how you operate this AED. Again, here it is. It'll talk you through everything. And also, for those of you that show up like, hey, how am I going to do CPR? Right? I don't have none of my stuff. In this AED, has a fun little pack here, right? Responder Premium AED CPR pack. This is in the AED. So for those of you that are certified, you open it, has a bunch of goodies in here. It has a mask, if I'm not mistaken, it has an extra pair of shears. Yep, it does. It has a prep razor, all right, in the event someone is extremely hairy, right? But honestly, that's something that, yeah, I mean, if that needs to be done, it needs to be done. Most of the time it doesn't. These pads are very adhesive and they're going to stick right on. And lastly, again, you have your cleaning towels, a dry towel, and you have a biohazard bag. Why do we have a biohazard bag? Because of blood's involved, different things like that, right? We're not going to throw it in the regular trash. There's a proper way to dispose of it. We'll put it in that red biohazard bag. You guys will give that to management after the incident and let them dispose of it from there, all right, using OSHA regulations. All right, so that's pretty much it as far as this AED presentation. There's a backup battery here. That's again for management when the event they do run out of battery.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you
If
may.
somebody has a pacemaker, can you still do that
Yes, sir.
defibrillator?
Most, huh?
Along with the defibrillator?
That's correct. Because if pacemakers are inside of the skin, you can't access it anyways.
Okay.
Right? And if anything, that may actually help. So, yes, that is correct. You can use it. Any other questions?
Yes, women, they freak out when
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
gonna cut their shirts open. You also have to cut the bra.
I mean, you have to be on skin. So you probably have to cut everything unless you can get these pads on skin without intruding that. Now, you say women are going to freak out. I'll tell you what, you won't be concerned about your chest if you don't have a pulse.
If you need that, you're not thinking about anything
You're not
else.
thinking, well, you're not thinking. Because you don't have a pulse, so up to that point, you're dead. Right?
Yeah.
Not officially, but your heart's not going. So that's the last thing on anybody's mind, right? The primary thing is save the life. Get the heart rate going. Any other questions?
Right here. Okay.
If you're saying, if you're CPR certified, to go ahead and do that. If you're not certified, you're saying don't try it, don't do anything?
Well, if you're not certified, here's the thing. I don't want to tell someone to provide that care if they do it wrong and possibly cause further harm. I do recommend that you guys get properly trained before you guys do conduct CPR or first aid, or an AED kind of talks you through it. So you can have someone that may not have a particular certification, but if they follow these prompts, they can put these on, right? And they can press a button, right? Especially if someone doesn't have a pulse and it's verified. As far as CPR and other things, I do recommend that you guys do get certified, just because if you don't know what you're doing, how are you going to feel comfortable doing it? That's why we're doing this.
Right.
Because some of you guys that aren't certified, now you guys have the know-how on how to put this on and how to shock if someone doesn't have a pulse.
Do you do the certifications?
I do certifications. I do AED certifications, first aid, CPR, lifeguarding certifications, and administering emergency oxygen.
Are you guys saying, you wanna do a CPR class, because I can set that up?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right, Jason, we'll talk.
All right, Kim, thank you.
Thank you.
So there's that, and then I do want to talk about one last thing. Yes, sir, question.
Did you mention before, I didn't hear everything, but once you start this, you can't stop unless you're physically unable. It's
That's
not
right.
resuscitation.
Absolutely.
You don't stop.
So there are a number of reasons why you would stop doing this. A, the person comes back, right?
You don't want to shock them.
B, EMS shows up and takes over, right? If they come in, they're like, hey, we got this. And they take over and they're doing compressions and they're using it, you're good, right? If the scene becomes unsafe, let's just say for, I don't know. I can't think. There's an auto accident or there's an acid leak or something and you guys can't be there anymore. Then you need to stop providing care because you need to protect yourself and you need to protect that victim, right?
Let me just say something. I don't want to embarrass Jason,
That's
but
okay.
I witnessed them at the pool when they pulled this guy out. They just stayed on it and stayed on it and stayed on it. Everybody was coming, all the sirens, and these guys would not give up. It was unbelievable.
When did we stop, Pat? When did we stop?
They stopped when he kind of did a gasp, and they said, wow, maybe we can
But when did we officially stop providing care? Do you remember?
when the EMTs got
And they were there.
They were there.
And they literally.
But even when they were there, I mean,
We
these
kept going.
guys were like, I was so.
You don't realize how much energy that you're
Absolutely.
using. Do not try if there's other people there. Jump in.
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid to get out.
Don't be afraid to change. If you guys have, raise your hand if you're CPR certified again.
Just a couple.
So we got a
Just saw
couple of you guys. So if you guys happen to be at the same scene, if you guys are tired, communicate. Make that switch, right? Hey, I'm tired after these 30. We're gonna swap. You'll get breaths or you'll monitor the AED. Cool. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, change. Breath, you guys change positions, right? You wanna keep fresh hands on there. I know one of the other reasons why we don't continue CPR is because people gas out. If you're doing compressions for 10 minutes, that's hard.
Yeah.
You know, that day of that incident, that was me. I was on there for 10 minutes. I didn't
Wow.
stop. I'm young, I'm resilient, you know? But not everybody is going to have that training and practice, right? And that endurance. So absolutely, if you guys have partners that are certified, switch off. The compressions pump blood, right, to the brain and throughout the body and keep that person going, even when they're not pumping for themselves. That's very, very positive, very important stuff. Any other questions? I do want to talk about post-point after this. Let's take just a couple minutes. Okay, great. Now moving on, the post-point app, right? You guys can get it on your phone, right? Very simple to download. It's 100% free. And what it does is once you download the app, it gives you prompts. Whether you're CPR certified, whether you feel comfortable about helping out if an emergency happens in your area, and how. And you'll say yes or no to these prompts. As soon as you open the app, it'll ask you these questions, right? It's gonna ask you for your location. Don't be scared, all right? You say yes, you say you do wanna help or you don't wanna help. Or if you are certified, that you are certified, all right? Now what it's going to do is with your location, when you open the app, it's going to track when emergencies happen in your area, right? And even when you're not in the app, it'll track. It'll send you alerts. If you do have those skills and training, for those of you who raise your hands that are CPR certified, something's happening in your area, you get that alert, it's in your community, head that way. It'll give you an address, it'll tell you what's needed. If you guys are certified and trained, feel comfortable, go out there. You know, call the management here, let them know there's something happening here. Maybe they don't know, right? And that post-point app, it's to the minute. It's gonna tell you guys what's recently happened, and it's like a bunch of, have you guys seen maps, like on your phone, if you GPS? You know how you have like a thumbnail of where your final destination is? So post-point does the exact same thing. It has pinpoints on a map in your area that shows you in gray what emergencies have recently happened, and then in yellow, what's actively happening at the moment. And from there, you can even click on those thumbnails and get info. What's the name of the app? You guys remember?
Pulse point.
Pulse Point, right? It has-
Outside too, weather protection,
Yeah, they do. These are weather protected, all of them. Yep.
like that one is not.
No, that one is.
Oh, it is.
Yep, you can use this one outside. You can use this one in the
Use it
rain.
outside, but can you leave
No,
it
can you
outside?
leave it outside?
Oh, can you leave it outside? Well, you should have it stored in its compartment where they go.
Because he's talking to pickleball court.
Right, if it went out there.
Yeah, I would recommend just leave them where they're stationed, right? If you guys feel like you need another AED station, then maybe something you guys want to get with Kim or someone else, right? That's in leadership of where to maybe post a second one. If you guys feel like, hey, it'd be more, I'd rather have a second one there. But yeah, you shouldn't just have an AED standing in the hot sun all day. I mean, they have their stations for a reason. Which, by the way, you guys have a really big community.
Yeah.
I noticed that yesterday, doing my little tour around. I said, man, this place is huge.
And I don't know about you, but this is the kind of guy I'd like around my pool. Sorry, had to
We're
just
talking first
had to
aid.
just give it.
We're talking first aid.
Oh, come on.
We got old.
All right, guys. Hey, I want to thank you guys for your time. All right. Thank you guys. AED's right there. Lastly, before you guys leave, again, my name is Jason MALDONADO. I'm the CEO and founder of the Standard Health and Safety Training. Right, I'm also in pool maintenance. Right, if you guys want to follow me on social media, you guys probably don't use that a whole lot, but I'm at Jason the Anomaly. All right, you can also follow the Standard CPR on Twitter. All right, and we are doing this. So, thank you guys.